Hey guys, Magical Aaron here. It's been a little bit, not as long as last time, but I'm not using a full deck of cards. I'm just kidding. um, I'm gonna teach you. This is not. I'm being serious. I'm not using a full deck of cards. I don't think I am anyway. Um, I'm gonna teach you a few ways. I may skip some on accident, but I'm gonna teach you a few ways how to make your spectator pick the card that you want them to pick, aka forcing them to choose a card. Um, the easiest, there's no hard way, but the easiest one to start off with is called the cross-cut force. So basically what it is let's say you want them to pick the king of clubs or whatever the top card is. If you want them to pick the top card, what you do is you ask them to cut the cards anywhere. Sorry for the background noise. I live near the street. You place the bottom half on top of the top half, like an X, like that. Okay, and then you take their minds off the cards. You talk to them for a second or two about, ask them how their day was, or maybe tell them something wacky like, "Hey, did you see that snake that just decided to hop over my shoulder?" You didn't see those mess with the invisible snake, something like that. And you're like, wait, what? And they say, we were doing a card trick, isn't that right? Yeah. So you you wanted to you cut the deck right here, and you chose this card. So you see how that worked? Basically, it's you just take the minds off the card. This card was always the top card. I never moved it, never touched it. So I'm gonna do it again in like faster, so you get the idea. So basically, this is the card you want them to choose. Have them cut the deck anywhere, cross it, take the minds off, bring it back. Don't do it that quickly. Give it a little bit of time. Not like a whole minute, just maybe 20, 30 seconds. Say, okay, so you cut the deck right here, then show them the card. Okay? Easy enough. The second one is, this one started off as a shuffle. So I'm going to shuffle these cards first. This is not what I'm talking about, but these cards were in order. So I'm going to shuffle these cards real quick. Give me another shuffle here. But this next force started off as a shuffle called the Hindu shuffle. Basically what you're doing is you're pulling cards off the top. Like that. And you can even pull cards from the center. That's the shuffle. I'm sure y'all have seen it before. So I'm going to kind of get into this. I'll get into the Hindu shuffle in just a second because it just reminded me of something else. Another way to shuffle the cards, you can actually keep the top card on top by grabbing some cards from the center and kind of lightly grabbing onto the back card. Just throw the cards in front, this. So it looks like you're shuffling, but you're still keeping the back card, the top card, whatever it is. In this case, the Ace of Diamonds. You're still keeping it in place. Like this. You kind of get the idea. You pull some cards. The card's still staying there. This is sort of similar to the Hindu shuffle. And you get the idea, but the top card's still the Ace of Diamonds. So let's use the Ace of Diamonds since I've been talking about it a little bit. It's on the bottom. Okay, the Hindu force is basically it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing as the Hindu shuffle. The only difference is you just tell the spectator, say stop whenever you want, and you're just putting cards off the top. That's all you're doing is putting cards. Just a group of cards. Doesn't matter if it's 3, 10. Usually it's not more than 10 or 15, but sometimes as few as like 2 or 3. And they say stop, and then you show them the bottom card. It looks like it was random. And you already know what it was because you took a peek at it. The way you can peek at a card, and if you don't know what it is and you're holding the deck down just like this, yeah, you can do this. That'd be pretty obvious. But you don't want to do that. what you want to do is, we're going to use ace of diamonds again since we're still talking about it. Let's pretend we don't know it's ace of diamonds. Okay. Well, some X card on the bottom. We don't know what it is. So the way we take a peek at it is we just give the deck a twist like this, and as that happens, we take a peek right there. As we like turn it around, just like that. So we're just turning it around like that. Okay? Easy enough. So we take a peek at the bottom card just like that. And so now you can go ahead and do the Hindu force / shuffle. And you tell them, say stop anywhere you want, and they say stop. Show them the card. You can either put it back on the bottom, or you can toss it into the center. And you can reveal it. These forces are all, they're not tricks themselves, so I guess they could be, but you want to kind of add some more to it, like make it a prediction, or add some more to the trick, you know. For the most part, they're not meant to be just tricks themselves. They're supposed to be just forces, how to force a card just on someone. So another one, I'm trying to think, the next one is, I don't have these written down. I should have had them written down. I'm sorry, but the one I like doing, I think it's my favorite one. I think I'm gonna stop with this one. I'm sure there's more, but if there are, I'll post them next week. But this one's my favorite. Before I get to that, there is one more that I do remember. It's called equivocate. It's basically getting someone to choose one of, like, say, 2 packets or 4 packets or 4 cards. I'll show you that in just a second here. So I'm gonna put down 4 cards. These are one of the ones that I want. It's okay. Let's say that you want them to choose this card. This is the 5 of spades. I like to actually mix these around, but I like to keep an eye on where the card is that I'm. So the 5 of spades is right here, but no one else knows that except for you, because you switched them all around. So this is the one we're going for. So you tell them, point to 2 cards. If they point to these 2, you're going to get rid of these 2. If they point to these 2, you're going to get rid of those 2. If they point to these 2, you're still going to get rid of those 2. So no matter what, you're going to leave your card on the table. So if they point to these 2, if they point to these 2, get rid of these 2. If they point to these 2, get rid of these 2. Always leave your card on the table, no matter what happens. So, but the wording for that that's going to look suspicious. So the wording for that, is, okay, so you chose these, so we're going to leave these here. Or if they choose these 2, okay, so we're going to get rid of these guys. So you're always leaving them with your choice on the table. You say, okay, now point to 1. If they point to this one, say, okay, we're going to get rid of this one. If they point to this one, okay, we're going to keep that one and get rid of the other one. And then there's your 5 of spades. Okay? Now we're going to get to my favorite one. All right, let's go with the ace of diamonds again, because that was just a cool choice. So you have your card on top. What I like to do is I like to say, I could go through the cards like this, one at a time. That's going to take way too long. So why don't you just touch a card? And they have completely fair random choice of any card they want. Let's say they stop there. You say, do you want to go back one? Sure. Want to go back one? Sure. Okay. Fine. They could have gone back or forward, and they still get the ace of diamonds. How? So we're going to go back to the ace of diamonds here. We'll find the ace of diamonds here. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's over here. No, it's over there. There it is. Okay, so it's on top. So what you're doing, what's going on, is you count 1, 2, and you can count 3 or 4 more. But basically, when you start, you're basically pushing the cards kind of just like this, and the ace of diamonds is right there. So what you've done is you're getting some cards like underneath or on top of the ace of diamonds. So you go 1, 2, 3, and now you're just pushing these cards on top. And the ace of diamonds is now there because you counted it down. And you're just pushing them on top of it, just like this. But you don't want to show it like this. You don't want to show that. You don't want to show this. You want to show it like this. That way they can't tell. And you can even go backwards just by pulling some cards back. You can go forward, and let's say they say stop there, and you just push the cards together and then show the card that they stopped at. It moves into the pack. Okay? I hope that was very informative. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.